That's why for the next 60 seconds,
Can you count, suckers?
here's your Onside Radio E-Report with Michael Christian.
With PlayStation 5s more widely available, Sony has just released a new pair of controllers that look absolutely beautiful. The two new controllers are Cosmic Red and Midnight Black. Now, you may be wondering, why didn't they release these controllers sooner? And I'm assuming that's because they were really focused on making sure they had enough of the consoles out there. As many of you know, the consoles were very hard to find for a very long time, and PlayStations have now become so widely available that I would say most of the player base who wanted one now has one. But if you do have a PlayStation 5, make sure to check out GameStop, Amazon, or Best Buy because these two new controllers are absolute fire.
Stay in touch in the world of gaming with the Onside Radio E-Report. Wake up and good morning. Welcome to Toasted Sports.
What are you doing?
Shh, I am trying to sleep.
Time to wake up.
No.
Wait, what day is today?
It's hump day.
What? Is that today?
It's Wednesday. I'm giving up listening.
We're halfway there. Halfway there.
Halfway.
Where? Where?
To the weekend?
Okay, guess I can hold out a little longer.
Until then.
Showtime.
Here's Toast.
Wednesday morning. Good morning, South Florida. Welcome to Toasted Sports, May 19th, 2021. Streaming live on OnSideRadio.com, YouTube, Twitch. Of course, available as a podcast. And the morning after, well, so many different things we could talk about, but I guess we should just come right out of the gate and talk a little hockey. That was rough. That was rough.
On his birthday, too.
That was rough, man. That was rough. So Panthers lose last night 3-1. 2-1 empty net goal with about a minute and a half left. Made it 3-1. So it was a close game the entire way through. Panthers fell behind 2-0. Fell behind crazy early. The first goal was like 5 minutes in. They were already down 1-0.
Did not take long.
Yeah, you're like, oh, dude. And tell you what, that game started, and say what you will, Lightning wanted it more.
100%.
Lightning came out and wanted it more, man. They were skating faster. They were on their game. Like, they came out ready to go up 2-0. Panthers responded, but only after about a period and a half, and so, dude, all right, so a bunch of things we can unpack here. First of all, the positives. How much do we love Coach Flo? Oh, Coach Flo. Coach Flo single-handedly riling up the crowd with a terrible towel. It was phenomenal. And pretty much the entire Dolphins coaching staff had a suite there last night, if you missed that on the broadcast. But he was getting amped up, getting everybody, just getting the whole crowd, the entire arena to get on their feet and start making some noise. What do you got, Sean? Where are your thumbs up?
South Florida. You set the tone for this battle between two titans. Just a little bit of Coach Flo. Our cross-state rival.
Oh, they had him like as part of the intro?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's sweet.
I guess in the stadium they must have, because the Panthers shared it afterwards.
Okay.
And unfortunately, the audio is not as well as it was on the Twitter feed, on this feed. But, yeah, he got them all. It just shows – they're like showing highlights, and all of a sudden Coach Flo just shows up, and he's like, one territory.
Go, baby.
You get why the team gets behind him in a way,
yes,
man.
No, absolutely.
He doesn't yell. He doesn't scream. He just comes out and
you can
says
just
it.
tell he's the passion. He's amped up. It was absolutely it was great. It was absolutely great. So
and then he
great
did
that
wave the towel, right?
He was waving the towel, getting the crowd all amped up. So it was great to see him out there. Great to see the other franchises supporting the Panthers. Now let's get to what we're dealing with on the ice here. All right, so the first thing, and I think you've seen this through two games. You certainly saw this last night. That now you know what a number one goalkeeper looks like.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, so right. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying when
I
say that?
What a great goalie looks like.
I mean, Tampa's goalie. Listen, he's been great for a number of years now. But now you understand. So that's what we thought we were getting when we signed Bob. Okay, to that deal. I will tell you the moment we signed Bob to that deal, and folks in the industry will tell you that the Panthers had to overpay to get him to come down here because, well, just look at our lineage and our history over the last 15 years. You know, who's going to want to come here just to lose?
You're not getting anybody to take a deal to come
Exactly.
in hockey.
Exactly. But if you listen to the folks in Columbus that knew Bob well, because that's where he started out, he had started to slip even his final 2 seasons up there. And so, or at least his last season up there. And listen, I'm telling you, this contract's going to be an albatross for this franchise for the next 8 years, 7 years, however longer it's got to go.
I think we have 5 left.
Oh, my goodness.
Or 4, something like that.
So we don't have a number 1 goalie. We have 2 good goalies, but we don't have a great goalie. NHL playoffs, bro, great goalies are the difference. They really are the difference. And especially, and not that Drieger played bad last night. I mean, that first goal, that's on the defense. I mean, the defense was just awful early on in that game. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Keith Yandle's doing right now, but he's not playing hockey the way that we know he can play hockey. Turning the puck over, just creating bad situations. It was a mess. It was a mess.
Yeah, and you know hockey a lot better than me, but like I was telling you, it just looked like they were skating like on hyperspeed.
They were.
And we were like,
we came out sluggish,
regular.
man. We came out sluggish, like the skates weren't sharp. I don't know what it was, but Tampa was absolutely skating around us in that first period, certainly for those first 10 minutes. And they ended up getting a lead out of it. Yeah. So now listen, I will say this. I'm not throwing in any towel or anything like that. This Panthers team played exceptionally well on the road all season long. So until we go over there and we lose one and we're down 3-0, I'm not throwing in any towel. I will tell you that this is what the Panthers are up against. All right? Here is a random Florida Panthers fan and what they posted on social media last night after the game. All right? And they tagged the Panthers in this.
Of course they did.
This is what the Panthers are up against. Worst part about the Florida Panthers blanking the bed in the playoffs once again is that they've quickly destroyed all the hype and optimism surrounding their team. Fans were excited about the present and future, but continue to be let down repeatedly. Literally nothing but pain. I mean, who needs enemies when you've got fans like that? Bro,
wow. That guy probably just jumped on a bandwagon to playoffs.
Right, exactly. So you're telling me that 2 losses in the playoffs, starting off 0-2 in the playoffs, with a crazy talented young team, a coach that is just here in his second year, who is a proven Stanley Cup winner, that now the future's over?
And also a rested Tampa Bay team because their top 3 players
haven't played in a year. So you're telling me because we're down 0-2, the future is bleak now, the future is done. Are you kidding me, bro? Like, I'm not going to say your name on social media, but go root for somebody else. Okay,
say
Sam Golub.
Oh, Sam Golub.
Go root for somebody else. Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
Probably a Lightning fan
He's a Gator fan. He's like from Gainesville.
That sounds like something I would say.
Boca kid. Oh, stop
being
it.
an uneducated hockey. Like,
just stop, bro. Oh, and they're not the only one. There was other ones, too.
Oh, no,
But
sure
you guys got to just
out.
stop, bro. You guys got to stop. They lost 2 games. Okay, it sucks. But you're telling me that you don't have faith in that they're going to be a good team next year? That they can grow from this and as I've said, lose before you can win, and they'll go on a great run in the next couple years with Joel Quenneville? You're telling me because we're down 0-2, that's all gone now? There's no optimism left. Get out of here.
And as you just said, the goalie situation right now. Again, we have 2 good goalies, but it takes a great goalie to get the Stanley Cup.
And here's the thing. We have what I believe, we have at least 1 great goalie coming up.
And that pipeline,
and it may be 2. It may be 2 great goalies coming up, but we definitely got 1 in Spencer Knight. The other kid, the Canadian goalie, he may be one also. So minor league-wise, we're stacked at the goalie position, and hopefully Spencer – listen, we're not going to have Drieger next year. So hopefully Spencer is going to be the guy that can come in and get hot and kind of, honestly play better than Bob. I mean, Bob's not going anywhere.
No,
you're not. You're not trading that contract. You're not trading him.
The highest
you've
paid
got him,
backup in the league.
Yeah, you've got him for the next 5 years. He's not going anywhere.
And hockey doesn't work like football where you can cut him and not have to pay the contract.
Exactly.
Right?
It's all guaranteed. So that's why I've said it before. I said it a few weeks ago. The one the positive way to spin that would be, instead of just looking at Bob, look at the position of goalie. How much are you spending at that position?
Yes.
Because, yes, Bob, you're spending a lot, but Spencer Knight is discount. He's minimum. So overall, in the grand scheme of things, well, but at least for the next few years.
Yeah, how do the rookies contract?
I'm not exactly sure.
No,
I'm not
sorry.
exactly sure how.
I didn't mean to throw you on the spot.
Well, all good. I'm not exactly sure how that all happens. We can get maybe David Dwork on later in the week or next week and ask him something like
I
that.
know if it's like baseball or football where you get 5 or 7 years, depending on.
I'm not sure how it is, but so hopefully that kind of prevents that contract from becoming an albatross. But listen, man, they got to come out tomorrow night, and they gotta lay the smackdown. They got to come out and punch Tampa in the mouth tomorrow night.
Yeah, they've got to score first.
I mean, they've got to score first. They've got to be more physical. They've got to push them around. I mean, listen, you're seeing the defending Stanley Cup champions, and they're looking like it right now.
Yeah, they are.
All right? You're looking at a team that has been there and done that against a team that is there for the first time,
Now,
for the most part.
With the Bennett suspension, do you think the Panthers are a little on their back heels a little bit on the penalties and stuff?
I mean, listen, it'll be great to get Sam Bennett back, 100%. But listen, they're just not playing great hockey right now. I mean, listen, the game one, pretty much loved everything that they did, and I thought Bob had a very good game. It was just, it was a free for all. Last night they didn't play great. They just didn't. They didn't play great, and they need to step it up here in game 3. You cannot fall down. If you go down 3-0, it's over. We're not winning 4 straight against this Tampa Bay Lightning team the way that they're stacked right now. But yeah, man. So I am not throwing in the towel. I got faith. They have been a phenomenal road team all season long. There's zero reason why they can't go ahead and continue that tomorrow night in Tampa. And if they win one in Tampa tomorrow night, then that changes everything. Now they can get some mo behind them, and boom. Come back here tied up 2-2. That'd be phenomenal.
Yeah, they have to win tomorrow.
They have to win tomorrow night. There's no option. I'm not. If they don't win tomorrow night, you think I'm counting on a New York Yankees-esque collapse?
No.
I mean, come on now. Yeah, is Doc Rivers going to be coaching Tampa Bay?
Well, if that happens, maybe.
Because if he comes down to coach them, then maybe they will drop a 3-0 lead. But until that happens, I'm not going to be counting on it. So hopefully they take care of business here tomorrow night and just show up a little bit more.
Let me put you in Coach Q's position. Okay. Who do you start at goalie tomorrow?
I'm starting Bob.
You are going back to Bob.
I'm starting Bob. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting. Listen, dude. I mean, dude's making all the money. Like, yeah. I mean, listen. We don't have an answer. Like, that's the thing. In the playoffs, you should know who your goalie is every night. Like Vegas isn't having this debate. They know who their goalie is every night. Tampa knows who their goalie is every night. We do not. You know what they say? If you don't have a goalie, if you have more than one goalie, you have 0 goalies. Same thing with quarterbacks. True. It's just true. If you have 3 quarterbacks, guess what? You don't have one. If you have 2 goalies, that means you don't have one.
But as Panthers fans, we were trying to talk it up like, we got
I know.
2 goalies.
Listen, I get it. But listen, and we were right. Listen, we got 2 very good goalies, but we don't have a great goalie.
No.
And a great goalie is what makes the difference in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Just look back at history. Just look back at how many goalies have gotten hot and carried their team. It's and
it has
insane.
happened in the middle of a round as well,
absolutely.
too. You saw a goalie all of a
Yes.
sudden click, and then from there.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, if Bob comes out tomorrow night and is able to pitch a shutout or 1 goal and they get the win, Bob gets the next start. And he does not start until they lose. So
there's no chance you see Spencer Knight in any of this, right?
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Would you do that? Like if things go really bad tomorrow night and you're down 3-0, and you're in essence throwing in the towel, do you throw him in there just so he gets an experience? I'd hate to do that.
You don't want that to the young kid,
I don't want to
right?
do that. Dude. I want this team to battle until the very end.
Very true.
Listen, this team's battled all season long.
So you think if you see Spencer Knight, the towel's thrown in?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's we were talking about the cardiac cats all season long. Well, all right, now it's time for the cardiac cats to show on up. They're down 2-0. Yep. Let's get some drama going, and
life support is almost there.
Exactly. Let's make this thing. Let's make this thing into make this thing a series. Let's cause the folks in Tampa to start to get a little bit nervous. Cheating bastards from a trailer park city. You see, I tweeted that out last night. I just made the observation that, hey, man, these players that Tampa has that have put them $17 million over the cap are pretty good. Like, can we do that too?
Can we start adding now?
Yeah. So, unbelievable.
It just doesn't seem fair.
It isn't fair.
It isn't,
And
but they didn't
the fact
break
that
rules, though. That's the thing.
I know. That's the most disturbing part is that the NHL never factored in, that a team might manipulate something. I mean, with all due
I don't
respect.
think they ever thought a team would lose their top 3 players. You might lose your top player or a middle player.
Right. But then the other fact, though, is that, and as we heard from Dwork, I mean, there's been rumblings that the Russian guy had been skating at full speed. Kucherov's been skating at full strength for the better part of 2 months.
And they've been holding him
right?
out.
Which means he could have played about 20 games. And that would mean that you would have been over the so stop. So Tampa absolutely manipulated this, and they're not freaking clean on this. All right, they may not have broken a rule, but stop, dude. Like they got zero integrity, zero honor. I mean, that is just the NHL better fix that rule in the offseason. Like,
we are winning this
all
one.
you have to do, NHL is very simple. When the playoffs start, you have to make sure the squad that's on the ice that's active is cap compliant. That's all. Very, very simple. You got to be cap compliant for your playoff roster. Super simple. Can't believe that we're actually having this discussion. like the fact that this wasn't really like the geniuses in the NHL when they're coming up in the collective bargaining and all this. No one brought that up. Nobody brought that up, huh? That you don't have to be cap compliant for the Stanley Cup playoffs? Unbelievable. I mean, good God, man. This is why hockey's the fourth sport. We'll talk to Austin Robillard at 9 o'clock. Talk a little soccer. And listen, tomorrow, man, we got some big guests tomorrow. Steve Kim, former ESPN boxing scribe. I'm not sure if you heard about what's going on with the Deontay Wilder and his lawsuit that has now thrown a major wrench into the Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua fight. We're going to talk to Steve Kim about that tomorrow. Also, my Orange Bowl boy brother, Scoop, will be on because this week is the PGA Championship. So he's going to give us talking some golf again with my boy Scoop. So that's going to be, and then Omar Kelly tomorrow as well.
Yes.
Big show tomorrow.
We haven't done golf since the Masters, right?
I know. Got to get Scoop to do more than just the majors. So that is coming up tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Talk some boxing, talk some golf, talk football, but we'll talk soccer today. Austin Robillard coming up at 9 o'clock. We'll be back. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You can join Toasted Sports by text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your InterMiami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where InterMiami and all Miami sports fans shop.
WLESPN. Broadcasting from a largely empty building. And we do sports.
It's just not local.
Shush, honey.
Why is the building empty?
Because whether it be budget cuts or stupid management, we've fired almost everybody.
Ooh, but we still have our job live and local.
At least the building is.
We've got your sports.
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodiasDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moodias family. Dr. Moodias is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodiasDental.com.
Hey, it's Toast, and when I got PGT custom windows and doors installed at my house last year from B&T Windows and Doors, I knew that I was protecting my house when it came to hurricanes, but I was also investing in my house. My value went up. my home insurance cost went down. Yeah, I can now get more for my house when I sell it because I have PGT custom windows and doors installed courtesy of my buddies at B&T Windows and Doors. Just another reason why you should upgrade your house today. Give them a call, 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126, B&T Windows and Doors.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
InterMiami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnSideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
Sunday was an amazing day for the InterMiami CF organization. As we know, InterMiami CF took on FC Cincinnati on the road and defeated them 3-2 in their home opener. But also, the Heranitos, as they like to call them, Fort Lauderdale CF, took on FC Tucson at Drive Pink Stadium and had a significant victory that ended 5-1, where George Acosta stole the show. Both George Acosta and Gonzalo Higuain were named Player of the Week in their respective leagues, both in MLS and USL League One, and hopefully going forward, both these boys can keep on shining and get results for both of our teams.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
8:23. Second segment of the podcast. All right, so I want to talk about some Major League Baseball. First of all, you see Jazz Chisholm pop that homer yesterday? 100?
I did.
Dude turned around on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball that was elevated. Elevated! Caught up to it and jacked that thing out of the stadium. That was, bro, I am loving Mr. Blue Hair. He
It's
is
the second
fun.
time this year. He did the
I know,
Grom
he
earlier.
is fun. Listen, I'm telling you, man, we are going to see Jazz Chisholm. They better not let him get out of here. I'm just saying, we're going to see Jazz Chisholm. He is going to have one hell of a career, dude. We're going to see him all over the place. He is exciting as hell. He is exactly what this team needed, exactly what this city needs in terms of getting some excitement going again in terms of the Marlins and baseball. But some other stuff that was going on in terms of the Major League over the last couple of days has been what's been happening with the Chicago White Sox and Tony La Russa. So Tony La Russa and the White Sox are playing the Twins a couple days ago. They're up 15-4 in the ninth inning. The Twins at this stage have actually removed all their pitchers. They've got an infielder, I believe, just kind of soft tossing up there in the ninth inning. Yarmin Mercedes, he's a really cool story, dude. Guy has toiled in the minors for his whole career, and he's finally now called up. He's like 28 years old. He's having a phenomenal season for the Chicago White Sox. And according to Tony La Russa, his manager, he missed a sign, and he swung at a 3-0, 47-mile-an-hour just, floater that a second baseman or whatever was tossing up there and jacked it out of the park. And Tony La Russa said in his post-game press conference that there would be internal consequences and that was the wrong thing to do. And folks were like, really, dude? Like, really? Like, okay. Then the next night, Twins went ahead and threw at a batter because of that, and their pitcher ends up getting tossed. And Tony La Russa comes down and was like, yeah, no, I got no problem with what the Twins just did, throwing at my batter intentionally. So here's where we are, and it's all about we love them so much, baseball's unwritten rules.
Damn unwritten rules.
Damn baseball and your unwritten rules. So the unwritten rule apparently is, and I have a stat here. Jeff Passan from ESPN put this out. In the last 20 years, Major League Baseball hitters have seen 557 pitches in 3-0 counts with their teams up 10-plus runs. Yermin Mercedes was the first one to swing. Now, Passan then says, and it was great.
I mean, how many of them have spent all them years in the minors?
Right, exactly. Listen,
chance?
I am so over the unwritten rules of baseball. And I'm also like, listen, if you don't want a guy to jack a 3-0 pitch out of the ballpark, then here's the thought. Don't put in a second baseman that's throwing at 47 miles an hour. I mean, really? If you're not going to try, so what, my batter can't try also? If you're just, then why are we even playing the inning? Why don't we just do a mercy rule and just call it a game after 8?
So they should have done it,
right?
I mean,
if that's
you got
where we
7
are,
inning double headers.
Yeah, I mean, why don't we just do that?
It's a full game.
Yeah, come on. The unwritten rules. I mean, give me and then the fact that baseball allows still in this day and age a pitcher to go ahead and purposely bean a guy in the ass or in the back or in the leg as revenge is despicable. It's despicable.
Oh, it's Tony La Russa, too, the old guy.
Yeah, like, dude, it ain't 1917 anymore.
And this is why baseball is right there with the
I mean, this is like, like you don't want the guys to celebrate after they hit a home run. Now they can't hit a home run if it's a 3-0 count and you're up by 10. Like, how many friggin' unwritten rules are we going to have in this damn sport?
Oh, we got to wait till they pop up and then we can call,
Oh, my God.
We got to figure out what we got to be mad about this game.
Trevor Bauer throws this tweet out last night. Dear hitters, if you hit a 3-0 homer off me, I will not consider it a crime. Dear people who are still mad about a hitter hitting, kindly get out of the game.
I am loving Trevor Bauer.
Can't believe we're still talking about 3-0 swings. If you don't like it, managers or pitchers, just be better. Thank you.
What a concept.
If you don't want Yermin Mercedes to jack a pitch out of the to hit a home run in the ninth up 15-4, then don't put in your second baseman to throw to him. I mean,
you're saving pitchers. Put a regular pitcher in there.
Yeah, put a pitcher in there and then make a roster adjustment the next day and call someone up for the minors to take a spot. Like, I mean, they've been doing that for years, for 100 years. It's insane, bro. And listen, and I put this is all Rob Manfred. This is all on Rob Manfred. Everything that's wrong in this game is on Rob Manfred. That's who I'm blaming.
I blame it on the White Sox for hiring Tony La Russa.
That was also awful. Awful. I mean,
let's just get older and older.
Yeah, listen. Let's always hire 75-year-old managers whose most notable accomplishment over the last few years is getting DUIs.
Yeah, somebody hit that on the Twitter as well.
I mean, so just I talk about unwritten rules. You know what, Tony? There's a written rule about driving drunk.
How about we get
Why don't you worry about following the written rules of society and not worry so much about the unwritten rules of baseball? Like, dude, like I still can't believe the White Sox hired his ass. I mean, like, what the hell were you thinking? Here's my question. Do you fire him now? Like, has he lost his clubhouse?
I got to believe most of the clubhouse has got to be against him, right?
Well, dude, if you saw the highlights last night from the reaction of the Cubs, of the White Sox bench when they tossed the pitcher for throwing intentionally at the batter for revenge, Tim Anderson, bro, yeah, there's no way I can see Tim Anderson has any respect left for Tony La Russa right now.
And then he came out and said that it was okay. He was okay.
Yeah, he was okay with what the Twins did.
He's probably lost the locker.
I mean, I got to tell you,
after that statement,
I think Tony La Russa is no longer the manager of the White Sox in 14 days from now. I think this is.
He'd be fired before Ozzie Guillen. Like Ozzie Guillen went half a year.
Well, I just listen. I don't listen, and the White Sox are playing very well, but I think he just lost his clubhouse last night.
Yeah, I don't see how you can respect the coach.
I don't know. Like, you just advocated and you didn't have your players back when he's getting hit at. You threw another one of your players under the bus. Like, how do you have that clubhouse right now, bro? I don't know how. And the White Sox, as I said, White Sox are in first place. They're 25-16, 2.5 game lead over the Indians. So, I mean, they're playing well, but I guess we'll find out. Listen, if they go in the tank here for like a week, then I think we're going to know that, La Russa's got to be fired. But I think he may have lost his clubhouse.
There's got to be more. There's going to be more to
there'll be more. No, there'll be more because you're going to now, Tim Anderson's going to end up someone's going to talk to Tim Anderson because he obviously he put stuff on social media. He mentioned on social media the game wasn't over yet. He was vocal last night in the dugout in reaction to the Twins pitcher throwing at their hitter. So yeah, I think Tony La Russa may have unknowingly just got his ass fired from a first-place baseball team.
Do you think the White Sox would make that move, though?
You know what? I don't think the White Sox front office and management would make that move, but I don't know that you have a choice if he's lost the locker room. And that's what we're going to find out over the next few days. We'll know rather quickly whether or not he's lost the clubhouse.
And at this point, there's not a lot he can say either, right? To get the locker room back.
I don't know how you put this car back in the garage. I mean, you have just thrown two of your players under the bus. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how you walk that back. Listen, White Sox fans on social media were all about Mercedes. Said he's been more impactful of the team than Tony La Russa this year, and they might have a point. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking last night, like, wow, I think Tony may have just got his ass fired. We'll wait and see. Kind of interesting. Get yourself fired from first place team with a two and a half game lead in the division. Something else that happened in baseball last night. There was the 5th no-hitter of the season. Seems like a lot before Memorial Day, doesn't it?
God,
yes.
like
This has only happened once before. There have only been 5 no-hitters before June 17th. Once. Last time, 1917, over 100 years ago.
They went to June 17th?
Yeah,
We still got a month?
Right, we still got a month. A month.
We might have 3 more by then.
The modern-day record in the modern era is 7 in one season. We're at 5. And we still have, over half the season to go. The Mariners have been no-hit twice already this year. So they may go ahead and get it done by themselves. They may get no-hit at least 3 more times.
Man.
It is the second time that they have been no-hit this season. It is May 19th, right? Or is it May 18th? What's the day?
Today is the 19th. It was May 18th
right.
yesterday.
It's May 19th, and the Mariners are hitting 199 as a team. 199 as a team.
The hitting coaches are gone, right?
Oh, buddy. Well, they just called up that minor league stud, Koleknik, or whatever his name is. But yeah, look, that is bad. They are easily, $1.99. Oh my God. Listen, I think it's safe to say that
that's a team, right?
That's as a team. Team batting average of 199. Yeah, you're not going to even in this age of pitchers, you're not going to be doing a whole lot. No. All right, we're going to take a break in a moment, but I have to leave you with this thought. What would I tell? I can't even look at the picture. What would I tell you, Sean? If I said, hey, go to McDonald's and get a filet of fish sandwich, okay? But before you eat it, I'm going to have you take the top bun off and put on a big old scoop of cookies and cream ice cream. And then put that bun back on and then eat it. A fish fillet plus cookies and cream ice cream. How are we feeling about this, Sean? Here's what it looks like.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
No.
Oh, yes. So this person tweeted out, it's a Mississippi thing. You know what? I ain't ever going to Mississippi.
Never.
That is disgusting. Fish and cookies and cream ice cream.
And they leave the tartar sauce on there and everything?
Yeah, and the cheese and the whole. Yes, it's nasty. It is so. I can't even imagine how vilely disgusting that tastes. That combination. When does Dono do his terrible food takes? Does that Tuesdays
it's
or
terrible
something?
Take Tuesday
gotcha.
for the takes, but Foodie Friday.
Oh, Foodie Friday. All right, so we gotta shoot this over to Dono, so he can. I'm gonna send this as a private message to him. So I want this to be. Yeah, I mean he's got to. Damn, this is just nastiness.
I wouldn't even do that. I'd be pretty much everything.
I can't. I don't think there's enough weed for me to smoke that would give me the munchies bad enough that I would want to eat that dumpster fire. A fish fillet and cookies and cream ice cream. Oh, God.
What even puts that together? Like, I'm in a hurry.
I don't know.
I got ice cream, I got fish. Let me put them together and eat it.
Oh, my God. It's disgusting. I mean, listen, McDonald's, in McDonald's defense, they're not serving it to you that way.
No, they're smarter than that.
So did you go to get it and then you had like a Ben and Jerry's pint of cookies and cream and you just took the spoon and put it? I mean, you made that in the car? Did you? I mean, she's eating it in the car, so maybe she made it because no one. I don't think they sell cookies and cream ice cream at McDonald's.
No.
So you had to bring your own friggin' ice cream and make that thing. Oh. It's horrific. I got to stop looking at it, but I can't. So it's like a train wreck. All right. I'm going to take a break. Shawnee's got a update coming up. He's going to give us all the positive spin on the Panthers' loss last night.
So much positivity.
We got Austin Robillard coming up at 9 o'clock. The confessional at 9:40 today. Yes, that's right. Monsignor Toast will make an appearance. So we'll be taking a quick break. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyAsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody-Ass family. Dr. Moody-Ass is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyHouseDental.com.
WLESPN. We've got all your sports.
We're live and local.
If you wake up early enough.
You're so bad, honey.
Tune us in. As long as you're not under a bridge.
Or under any power line.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes. Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
The Florida Panthers, they go down 2-0 in the series after a 3-1 loss last night. The Lightning jumped out to a quick 2-goal lead early in the first period, never looked back. The next game tomorrow night in Tampa Bay, the puck drops at 6:30. Remember that, 6:30. Philadelphia Phillies used a 7-run 8th inning to beat the Miami Marlins 8-3 last night. Back at it for Game 2 of the series tonight, 7:05 first pitch. Trevor Rogers on the mound for the Fish. Also in Major League Baseball, Spencer Turnbull. He throws the 5th no-hitter of the 2021 season. And in the NBA play-in round, it's underway for the Eastern Conference. The Pacers routed the Hornets 144-117 in the 9-10 matchup. And in the 7-8 matchup, those damn Boston Celtics, they used a 50-point performance from Jason Tatum and they beat the Wizards 118-100. Washington will now play the Pacers for the 8th seed in the East. Your Western Conference play-in starts tonight. Spurs and Grizzlies in the 9-10 matchup. Tip-off, is 7:30. Memphis a 4-point favorite, and at 10, it's the Lakers and the Warriors in the 7-8 matchup. Lakers a 5-point favorite. You're listening to South Florida's only locally owned sports talk station. This is OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports.
8:42, segment number 3. Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com. Hope you're having a good Wednesday so far. We got some news about the captain, Derek Jeter. He will be the subject of an ESPN documentary. They announced this yesterday. It is set for a 2022 release. The multi-part series will be titled The Captain and follow Jeter's journey from first-round pick to Yankees great. Director Randy Wilkins is signed on to the film, and Spike Lee is the executive producer. The documentary series will use Jeter's journey as a vessel to tell a larger cultural story that explores race, family, community, rivalries, and more. The heartbeat of the project is candid access to the man who helped restore shine to a team, a city, and a culture. Well, now that part's interesting because how much access is he going to give us? Because Derek Jeter is a notorious and fiercely private human being. He does not do a lot of interviews. He does not pull the curtain back into his personal life, barely ever. So it'll be interesting to see how much of this, how much candid access this crew actually gets to his life.
But do they need access? Well, I guess you can't use Yankee teammates because A-Rod will be all over this, right?
Oh God, no, A-Rod, stop.
A-Rod will be in this telling all the stories about him and Jeter.
A-Rod's not going to be part of this. Ain't no way. No. A-Rod, I guarantee you, Spike Lee ain't having A-Rod be a part of this.
I don't see Jeter opening up like you're saying though. I don't see that coming from him. Most of the stuff's probably going to have to come.
Well,
from
no, but I don't think that's what it's going to be. I don't think that they're going to be. It's going to be a thing where this is something he's doing. He's working, so he's not going to do a project where he doesn't say anything and he lets teammates give dirt on him. So this
it's a Jeter.
Jeter's involved in this.
ESPN was doing a.
They are, but I mean, they're working in conjunction with him.
Oh, okay.
Like he's going to be, he's going to be part of it. So,
the gift bag.
The legendary gift bag. I wonder if he gets asked about that at all.
Got to. You got to. If not just to poke fun at it, it's just fun.
I just hope that that maybe they have some interior shots of Jetersburg because he just sold it. The Tampa mansion he had over there where Brady was staying. I'd love to see some interior shots of that place. So, but this will be coming next year. So there you go. We'll see how much at the end of that documentary is focused on his few years here with the Marlins as an owner. Certainly the evolution of his career. So that'll be cool. Not sure it'll be as good as the Michael Jordan one, but because he's a Yankee. But whatever. Also, Sean, we got some other news. So, do you think the Olympics are going to happen this summer?
Everything I'm reading, I'm going to say no.
They're slated to begin July 23rd, so we're just under 2 months away.
Oof.
But over the last month, there has been a huge petition movement among Japanese citizens to say, we don't want the games to come. So the games are going to be, there's no foreign folks are allowed outside of press. There's no, fan bases that can travel and get tickets and stuff. It'll all just be folks in the country of Japan that are going to be able to go to this thing. Only 3.5% of the 126 million people living in Japan are vaccinated, and that is why the public has been like, we got to cancel this. And now, yesterday, an organization representing approximately 6,000 Japanese doctors have now also come out and to take a stand against the Tokyo Olympics, saying they should be outright canceled due to the pandemic. This was open letter they sent to the Prime Minister. It was shared on Monday. The big argument from the group is that the city's hospitals are already so full in response to a surge of coronavirus infections that to allow the Olympics to happen would make the situation much more dire than it already is. I mean, listen, every single country is different. And obviously, Japan has been having some significant issues here over the last few months with corona. They don't have many people vaccinated at all. Man, so this is hairy, Sean. This is hairy because
if you're another country too, though, are you sending your athletes to that?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think you are because if the athletes want to go, you're not going to say, yeah, I'm going to take away 4 years of work. Like it's a risk you're going to have to take if you want to go over there. You can go over there, and we'll back you on that. But man, I mean, there's no way the IOC wants to cancel these Olympics. Zero way.
Yeah, but do you want to be...
The IOC doesn't care. The IOC doesn't care. The International Olympic Committee, along with FIFA, are two of the most corrupt sports organizations in the world. They do not care about any individuals. They don't care about health and safety of an entire country. They care about their television deal with NBC.
No, I understand that, but what if you're athletes that are in there and they start, Well,
but here's the thing, dude. It's only a 2-week competition. So by the time you're tested or whatever, if you're tested beforehand, then you miss the Olympics. If you're tested, I mean, it's not like it's going to be. It's like a 2-month-long thing.
Yeah,
they're in and out of there
what
in
has
14
happened
days.
in some areas after 2 weeks.
No, I know.
I mean,
I don't know. Listen, I think it is. I think it is abhorrent that they are trying to continue with these games. I think the Winter Games should be canceled as well. But yeah, I just think. I mean, China's not going to cancel the Winter Games. I can guarantee your ass that. But I'll tell you what, if they pull the plug on the Olympics less than 2 months out, that's unprecedented. Unprecedented. All right, we got Toasted News coming up next. This is Toasted Sports on OutsideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnsideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with the Radio.net app. Find the app at OnsideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
When you're tired of watching the sun damage your furniture or raise your electric bill, it's time to do what we did here at OnsideRadio.com studio. Call A Shade Above Window Fashions in Davie and Sunrise. A Shade Above Window Fashions has a great selection of blackout shades to choose from. We can almost create a complete blackout for your bedroom or media room. Call them at 954-434-4774. That's 954-434-4774. Love the space you live in. A Shade Above Window Fashion.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
Hey, it's Toast, and no doubt last year hurricane season was one of the craziest we've ever seen. Well, Noah's saying once again, going to be another active season. So you need to call B&T Windows and Doors today and get PGT custom windows and doors installed like I did so that you are fully protected. Listen, there's no better peace of mind than PGT custom windows and doors when you're in the cone of death for a Category 5 storm. Call B&T Windows and Doors today to get set up. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
InterMiami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all InterMiami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the InterMiami Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing. And visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Let's get back to Toasted Sports. You can send a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast. Stories you won't hear anywhere else. This is Toasted News.
All right, Shawnee. After 50 years, over 50 years after NASA put a man on the moon, space travel is slowly becoming a reality. While the super rich are putting money aside for an elusive ticket on Elon Musk's first all-civilian mission via SpaceX, we have now learned exclusively that Discovery Channel is launching a new competition to send regular people into space. Anyone with a dream has a chance to make that a reality in the upcoming series, Who Wants to Be an Astronaut? Over the course of the 8-part series, contestants will compete in a variety of extreme challenges as they vie for the chance to travel to and live aboard the International Space Station during an 8-day mission managed by Axiom Space, which is building the world's first commercial space station and is one of the leaders in private space travel. According to Discovery Channel, the process will be grueling and only a select few will make it through the rigorous selection process, designed to put the contestants through what astronauts experience as they get necessary training for spaceflight and living aboard the ISS. Would you? So this is going to happen sometime in 2022. Would you do this, Sean?
I would. I'm gonna see how I can apply for it.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
would do this in a second. I don't know about all the workout stuff beforehand, but yeah, put me on a rocket and send me to the station.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to go to space. I'd love to check out space.
I think gravity will do me good.
Huh?
No gravity. No gravity.
Oh,
will do me
no
good.
gravity is good for a fat guy. Absolutely. All right, check this out. Queens, New York. The new operators of a Rockaway Beach snack bar found an unwelcome surprise when they unlocked the property last week and found it vandalized with rotting fish in the walls, noxious food bombs in the air ducts, and concrete in the drains. So Rockaway Beach Bazaar took over the lease for this beach club from the prior occupant, Rockaway Beach Club. So I kind of think this might have been an inside job. Police are now investigating the May 13th mischief that caused $10,000 of damage. So here's what happened. According to the document, fish carcasses were found atop old air ducts that created a pungent stench throughout the premises, as well as mayonnaise jars filled with condensed milk and raw fish. These food bombs were supposed to stay hidden inside air ducts until the extreme heat of the summer, when they would pressurize and pop, releasing a noxious odor. Drains were filled with quickcrete concrete mix, and the management office was doused with cooking oil and urine. Like, what? Bro, this ain't vandalism. The guys that lost the lease were pissed off and did this.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way vandals do that. Like, what are you talking about? There was no money in there.
Yeah, they're not carrying quick
right?
around just to pour in some drains.
What vandals are breaking in and pouring concrete in sinks?
Let's throw the oil, cooking oil,
Yes.
and pee in the office.
Oh, my goodness. All right, last one. Isle Morada, Florida. 24-year-old man was arrested Saturday after trying to speed away from law enforcement on US 1. Ignacio Gomez, accused of speeding away from Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission during a traffic stop. They saw him doing 100 miles an hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone, tried to pull Gomez over, and watched as he drove into oncoming traffic. Gomez drove into the Coral Bay Resort and tried hiding from deputies. He was eventually found and arrested. During the arrest, Gomez told deputies he was trying to go back to Cuba. Deputies found 2 passports and $430 in his car. Question: did they let him know that you can't drive to Cuba? Or was he going to find that out when he hit the southernmost point and all of a sudden be like, oh, damn. So I gotta swim now, or I gotta get a boat?
I mean, that's why he was trying to get so much speed. He was just going to try to zip across the 90 miles.
Oh, maybe you go fast enough, you kind of like skip across the Florida Straits, like hydroplane right across. That'd be something. He
was going to test it, I guess.
Bro, like 100 miles, dude, US 1 through the Keys, you can't be driving 100.
Oh, no.
Dude, that's
That is the worst.
And then driving in oncoming traffic. Listen, 1 lane each way for the most part.
That would shut down
it would shut it down for days. That was insane. All right. We will talk some soccer. Listen, we had a phenomenal victory that came over the weekend with InterMiami. On the road, they are now got 8 points. It's great stuff. Austin Robillard who hosts Red Card Radio here on Onside Radio, will be coming on with us next segment to talk about that. However, before we get into that, I saw a disturbing news flash on my way in this morning, Sean, and I got an alert on my phone. Let's see if I still have it on my phone here. Basically, guess I cleared it. It was a weather alert. Oh, no, here it is. Sun Sentinel. Area of low pressure in Atlantic may develop late this week.
Oh, no.
Oh, baby, it's here. Hurricane season. It officially starts on June 1st, but apparently it may want to get here a little bit earlier. So let me ask you a question. Have you protected your house? Because if you've lived down here at all, you know the worst thing you want to have to do when a storm is coming, when we're in the cone of death, is having to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and battle the people for plywood, or go to the place and get the Tapcon screws or the wing nuts and bust your knuckles up putting all those things up. No. I don't do that anymore. I used to do the plywood thing, but then I called B&T Windows and Doors. And they installed PGT custom windows and doors at my house last year, and I have no worries now. You want a storm to come? That's cool. Come. I'll watch it out my window because they will not be boarded up. Yes. PGT Custom Windows and Doors are the best in the business, and B&T are the best in South Florida to get those installed. Call them today, 954-233-0126. 954-233-0126. They can even finance it all through Y-Green, and while they may not be able to get you installed by the time June 1st rolls away because we're only, less than 2 weeks away, they will get you installed in time for you to have them for the majority of hurricane season. They will turn this around quick for you, people. So call them today, B&T Windows and Doors. They've been doing it in South Florida for years. 954-233-0126. We'll be back after this with Austin Robillard. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. No, you won't. Because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome to OnSideRadio.com. Broadcasting from South Florida to the world. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk.
This is like rock and roll with no music.
Follow us on social media at OnSide Radio.
Okay, forest animals, today is a new day. Kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow.
Yes?
Have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. Okay, River.
Dude.
How's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man. Perfect for a little riverside shoeless relaxation.
Ah, good. Owl, you here? Course. Who's asking? I am. Look, you know the drill. Sleep during the day, scare the kids at night. Perfect. I love my job. Oak Tree?
What's up?
Still in the same place I left you last year. That's what I like. Consistency.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere for the next couple hundred years.
I know. I love it. Turtle. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. You'd think you would have learned by now to leave the night before our meetings. Okay. Squirrel. Has anybody seen Mr. Squirrel?
The forest has been preparing just for you. Visit a forest near you today. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Miami Lakes location at 15462 Northwest 77th Court, located in the Ryan Oaks Plaza. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available, from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
Welcome to Toasted Sports.
What day is it today?
It's Wednesday.
Is it? Actually, it's Wednesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hump day.
Why do you call it?
Hump day.
Because.
But halfway there.
Where?
Till the weekend.
The weekend.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Till then, let's get back to work.
Let's get back to work.
Let's go.
Oh, goody, we're on.
It's showtime.
Here's Toast.
Second hour of the podcast underway. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com. You can check us out on YouTube and on Twitch. We try to speak with my man Austin Robillard every single week, talk a little soccer, because he's really the only person I can talk soccer with. Good morning, Austin. How are you?
I am very, very good, Toast. We're off to another week where we can talk about a win. So
I know.
Nice.
So, InterMiami, a huge road dub, a must-win game for a lot of us. We knew we had to get 3 points just to kind of get this season going in a positive direction. They go out there, they get the dub, and it was, it was an interesting game. They come out, they had the lead, they give up the lead, and then they battle back. So, what did that tell you about this team?
Well, I think it told me one thing specifically, is that they definitely played the game and not the occasion.
Okay.
That's something that Neville was trying to say to the team, and he said also to the media that they were going to try and do. They knew they were going into Cincinnati. They knew it was their home opener. They knew where they were coming off a bad homestand. So getting a win was important, but for all those other circumstances that were going to, alter this game, it's just another game, right? And you have all these things that could come into your mindset and mess with you mentally, but they went out. They went out strong on the front foot, which is not something we've seen from them all year. This was the first time they scored a goal, or actually now two, in the first 45 minutes of a game. Everything else has come after that. So that was something that we hadn't seen from them all year. Very happy that they did that. And then they kind of lost control a little bit. I think the occasion didn't end up getting to them. They fell to the momentum that was being built over in TQL Stadium in Cincinnati. They let
Oh no!
3 minutes later, to come back 3 minutes later and see Higuain just start a counterattack, move up the field, find Lewis Morgan, and get back in. Lewis Morgan finds him back in the box. I mean, that showed leadership. That showed quality. That showed a team that wanted to fight. And to end up with 3 points was massive. And now you go on to Chicago, another team that isn't doing too hot in MLS. Another chance to get 3 points on the road. Then you come back home to a full-capacity stadium at Drive Pink. Whew,
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Austin. Let's not get ahead of us. Let's not get it. Now you're calling for us to not lose another game the rest of the season. Settle down. All right, so I will tell you this. When they tied it up at 2, a lot of expletives came out of my mouth. So you were right. Seeing Gonzalo then respond and then getting that goal 3 minutes later, that was huge, dude. It told me a lot about the mindset of this team, but also, and I want to bring this up to you. So we know that after the Montreal game, I know that there were conversations and phone calls after that game because David Beckham was visibly pissed off on the bench for that entire game. So I know he had to have a colorful talk with Phil Neville, and I'm sure Phil Neville had a colorful talk with the entire locker room. What does that say to you that Phil Neville, this was really his first big test to see if he could flip this thing around. And if he could get them to respond on short rest, which he did. How much confidence does that give you for him moving forward as our manager?
Well, not only are they on short rest and then had a terrible performance, but remember, they're still shorthanded, too.
Yes.
Like, the roster is not 100%. So for me to look at this team under Phil Neville, to keep this same identity that they have been throughout the entire season, but to actually get it going on the road after an absolute shambolic performance, to say the least, against Montreal, it says a lot about your manager. It says a lot about a passionate guy who it seems to, when I listen to him speak after the games or during the midweek press conferences, it seems like he has a real understanding of his players and a real understanding of the MLS game, and that's not something I think we saw last year under Diego Alonso, and I think that's helping quite a lot. It could be a lot worse right now. I think being 2-2-2 is actually a decent start considering the circumstances, right?
You're only 3 points out of first, and basically, if it wasn't for goal differential, you'd be. You're tied with New York CFC in third. So you're in a good spot right now.
I don't know how long it took us to get 8 points last year, but it definitely wasn't 6 games.
Right, right.
It was probably a lot longer than 6 games to get 8 points. So I can't say that I've been disappointed. I think last time we spoke, you gave Neville a B+, and I gave Neville a B.
Yeah.
I'd probably stick with a B just because I think after that homestand, we have to let him prove himself a little bit more as a manager. And I think he did that a little bit against Cincinnati, but now you have another test against a winless team against Chicago. So that's another one where I need to, you really got to put a good effort out there. And I think it all comes down to him and knowing what he wants to do, getting the players in the right positions, giving them the correct instructions and being clear. And like I said, I think he understands the game a lot better than our previous manager, and that helps a lot. So, yeah, I've been happy with it and content so far. But remember, we're still 28 games out of the full season, so there's a long way to go. Now, not only has Chicago lost 4 straight, Chicago hasn't scored a goal in their last 3 matches. They have been nothing but just they've been getting clean sheets put on them against them. Obviously, our back line, not the strength of this team. So my question for you is, A, are we going to get Figal back? And B, how important would it be for the confidence of this back line and this team to get their 3rd clean sheet of the year, especially against a team that has been unable to score a goal in the month of May? I don't think that they risk Figal coming back. I know he was week to week last time they talked. I would not expect to see Figal unless something changes. I think they might have a press conference today or tomorrow with the team. So I do not expect him to come back. Someone I do expect to come back, though, is Kelvin Leerdam. And I think that you see Ulloa dropped as a right back. You see Leerdam go back out there, which is something that I want to see. I don't think that Ulloa had a terrible performance against Cincinnati, but against Atlanta and Montreal, it was very hard to watch him as a right back. So defensively, I think getting back Leerdam will be really nice. I think you'll have more versatility on that right side, getting up and down the pitch. Defensively, he's a lot quicker as well. Like he's able to track back. Ulloa, not so much. Shawcross and LGP, LGP's got to watch the fouls, got to watch the yellow cards. I think he's at 3 or 4 already. He's going to get suspended soon. Don't get suspended before Figal comes back, please. We're only 6 games in. And then, on the left side, I think that you have to see, other than Jovan Jones, who is still coming back into fitness. That's another guy, too, that is really good and versatile defensively and offensively on that left side. Sammy Kadiri, the Fort Lauderdale CF call-up, actually, this is his first time playing in First Division football in America, actually had a pretty decent performance. Cincinnati kind of started to pick on him in the second half, and that's when you saw them start to score, so he got subbed off, and that was a good, timely substitution by Neville, but I didn't dislike what I saw from Sammy Kadiri, and if it means that Breck Shea can play as a left winger, and you use Sammy Kadiri as a left back, I'm happy with that too. So defensively, I think they're figuring it out despite the injuries, but don't expect Figo to come back, but I think Leerdam may have a chance to come back, and honestly, if Jovan Jones gets his whole week off and he trains well, he might be able to start as well on the left side. I haven't seen the roster, but Breck Shea looks like he's about 17 feet tall on TV. How tall is that guy in real life? I think he's 6'3". I think.
Oh, that's it. Okay. All right.
We were sitting at Dangerous Minds. I think he's like 6'3".
The dude looks like a monster. He's so tall. Like, oh my God! It's like, I was like, wow. He looks like he's about 7 feet tall out there, which is odd because normally guys that tall can't run like that. All right, let me ask you this: the big question mark and the possible drama we have brewing right now on this squad, Pizarro. So we have a DP who is the 7th highest paid player in the league, making over $3 million a year, and he's on the bench now. Now, was that just a message that Neville was trying to send? Do you think he's back in the starting lineup of against Chicago? What are we going to do here with this?
Honestly, I hope he's not in the starting lineup against Chicago. And I'm not saying that about, to make fun of Pizarro or anything like that, but I think Federico Higuain gives you that impact in the first half that you need. Now, I think I told you even last week for the Montreal game, you need to get out on the front foot and make a presence early in a match, not fall behind. And Pizarro didn't provide that in any of the matches that he started, other than maybe the Galaxy game, which is the first game of the season. But that was 5 weeks ago. When Federico came on and started, it seemed like this team had a better understanding of what they wanted to do tactically, and it resulted into goals, right? It
also allowed us to drive through the middle of the field and not just be to attack on the wings.
Yeah, that's something that we hadn't seen all year. You got to see Gregory and Matuidi link up with Federico, and you got to see Federico move the ball forward. Whether it be starting on or playing out on the wings is fine, but it's better to have, make those passes out into the wings when you're in and around the box, not from the half field line and have your wingers run all the way down.
100%.
Right? So Federico does give you that presence. And honestly, now that Breck Shea is playing as a left wing, I probably won't say this, but Pizarro as a left winger is probably better for me than playing as a number 10, because I want to see Federico, if he can go 90 minutes as many times as you want him to, let him go 90 minutes. I know that he wanted to go 90 minutes, but, tactically they had to take him off. That's what Neville said. But with Pizarro, I'm not sure what his position is at this point. I don't think he's good enough at linking up play in the middle of the park, just like you said. I don't even know if he's a left winger, but I think that he is, he does have enough quality, in my opinion, not really, 7th best player in the league quality in terms of his pay, but as a player, I think he has enough class and enough quality to make an impact in right situations. It's just, where do you fit him on the field? And at this point, with Federico being so impactful and Breck Shea doing what he did as a left winger against Cincinnati, I still don't think he deserves a start, especially that run of form that he had the last 5 matches. So,
let me ask you this:
it's an interesting one.
Yeah. So, so obviously, and what I was told was that in MLS you're not permitted to trade or move DPs during the season. Is that true? And secondly, how long do we have him under contract? Can we move on from him in the offseason?
I think that if you were to move on from him in the offseason, it would have to be in the winter transfer window, which is, so that would be January.
Okay.
In the summer, I'm not sure how a DP works, but I would not be, I don't know. I don't feel like it's, I have not seen the rule on if you're able to transfer them out in the summertime, because obviously that's the big international market, and if somebody is looking for him, which I doubt, but if somebody is looking for him, then I don't see why it would be a problem if you can get that off the books and get a solid transfer fee. I'm not sure what the MLS rules are, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was some bullcrap rule, because MLS is just MLS. But I know his contract is at least for this year and the next.
Okay.
So there is.
So we're stuck with him for a couple years.
Yeah.
So we need him to turn his form around.
Yeah, he needs to turn his form around, and I think you might find a suitor for him in January. You never really know. Maybe send him back to Mexico or find wherever Diego Alonso is now managing, which he doesn't have a job. But either way, I think that if you really wanted to get him off the books, you could. You just have to understand you're going to be taking a loss financially because of the transfer fee you paid to get him here. But if you can get another DP that'll actually break the starting lineup and be impactful in your first 6 matches, then you got to do what you got to do, right?
Absolutely. All right, so when we launched the season here about, 2 months ago, and Commissioner Don Garber was in town, he was very clear that within the next week we were going to have the final sanctions that were going to be leveled on InterMiami for last year's salary issues with Blaise Matuidi. We still don't have those sanctions, Austin. Do we have any idea when we're going to hear about them? And the delay, is that better for Inter? Does that mean the punishment will be less severe possibly because, the league signed off on all these deals?
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think that MLS was trying to put this off until everybody forgot about it?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that's what it feels.
100%, bro. It feels to me that the question of, well, hold on a second, you guys have to approve all these deals, and you approve them. So you approve. So, and then you're going back. So, and I think they realized the blowback that they were going to get, and now all of a sudden, I think they're trying to figure out a way to appease the other owners without doing Miami bad. I think that's what they're trying to figure out now. What is the punishment so that the other owners are satisfied, but doesn't screw InterMiami? Because in all honesty, this is as much on us as it is on them.
Yeah, I think that, the most critical punishment that they could give is deducting points.
Yeah,
which I don't think they'll ever
can't do that. They can't do that.
They will not do that. That's what. So
Yeah.
Is Jorge Mas going to have to put out an extra $250,000?
He might. I think it's a fine.
Yeah, I think it's a fine too. Other than that, when you look at the season, if Matthias Pellegrini was the best DP of all time, then it's a little different, right?
Right.
And if we won the MLS Cup, it's a little different. But Matthias Pellegrini happened to be the least influential DP of all time, so it didn't really affect us that much, right? And I don't know. I think that the sanctions won't be too tough, and I think, like you just said, they're trying to appease the other owners in the league while not hurting Miami too much, because in reality, I guess you can quote unquote say they cheated, but it wasn't really like something that helped or hurt us in any way. It just was kind of a thing that was on the books, and that was really it. On the field, there was no impact. So I think you'll see a maybe a hefty fine for Jorge Mas and David Beckham, but that I can't see anything more than that. Maybe a transfer, or you lose an international roster spot, or you lose some GAM money, or something like that. But I can't imagine that it's anything too bad as far as deducting points or something that hurts InterMiami in a very harsh way.
What if, as a penalty, they make us void Pizarro's contract?
Would that be a penalty?
I think we could spin it that way.
I don't know if that would be a penalty at this point in the season. I think that would be kind of a gain, and I think that's when the other owners get mad and be like, "Yo, this guy sucks for them. What are you doing?"
All right, let's get you out of here on this, man. First of all, I want to, before we get to the pick, some folks may not be aware, but we've got a Division III squad here with Fort Lauderdale, and they've got a young local player that is a Miami-born and bred kid, George Acosta, who had one hell of a game. He's only, 18, I think, or something like that? Talk a little bit about him and how impressed you were with him so far.
I got to watch that entire Fort Lauderdale game against FC Tucson, and I was impressed by him massively. That's a guy that's like Federico Higuain, just 20 years younger. Like, he is an absolute baller, and I know he's doing this on a third division level, but he was signed as a first-team player.
Yes.
And for him to be, performing to these standards above anybody else in the squad by a lot says something about him. And I think that they're using him now to help develop the talent down there. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see a call-up in the very near future for George Acosta.
Oh, I was wondering if I thought maybe it might not happen until next year, but you think this season we'll see him called up?
I think that you could see him called up, especially with if any other injuries happen, or you know how they are with loaning players back and forth and things like that. So I think that you might see a call-up this season. I would not be surprised at all. I think that he's very impactful for Fort Lauderdale CF. I think he's been really good. And they need him if they want to compete in a USL League One. But that's not really the goal of Fort Lauderdale CF, right?
Yep.
As a second division or as a second MLS team, you kind of just are there to breed your young talent. But he's been fantastic, and I really like what I saw from a lot of the other players. I think I put out a tweet with some of the players that I really like in the Fort Lauderdale CF squad as prospects, and he's at the top of the list for sure.
All right, so let's do a pick. We've got Chicago on the road, 6 o'clock this weekend. As I said, they haven't scored a goal in their last 3 matches. What is your final score, and are you going to be out at Dangerous Minds for the road game?
Of course, I'll be out at
Beautiful.
Dangerous Minds on
Beautiful.
the game there. Absolutely. Make sure you guys come out. Really good pizza. I know everybody really loves the beer, too. There's a lot of different selections, so come on out. I'm going to say, I don't know if this is going to be a little hurtful, but I'm going to say 2-2 draw. I think Miami's going to give up some goals.
No!
I'm going to be realistic in my prediction. I've been very far off with my predictions for the first couple games, but on the road to Chicago, I know they haven't been great, but I think a 2-2 draw would be a serviceable result and enough to bring enough momentum back home to D.C. on May 29th.
Oh, no, not good enough for me. I'm going over the top. 3-1 win. 3-1 win. 3-1 win. Because I also, when we get out of this game, I want our goal differential to be above water.
Okay.
There you go.
That's I like that. Okay. 3-1 and 2-2. We'll
3-1.
see what happens.
Austin,
come back to it.
It is always a pleasure to talk to you, bro. Have a great time this weekend at Dangerous Minds. Everybody else, join him. Alex Dono, Big O, they're going to be out there. It's in Pompano, 1901 North Federal Highway. And as he said, the pizza's great, and I hear the beer is really, really good, too. So thank you, brother. We'll talk to you next week.
See you, man. Have a good one.
You too, man. Austin Robillard, everybody. And make sure you're checking out Red Card Radio that he does every single week here on OnSideRadio.com. It is 11 a.m. on Saturdays, and he will give you all the latest with Inter, with Fort Lauderdale, with all the MLS news, and it is a great, great stuff. But, yeah, man, I want Inter coming out of this game with 11 points. I want 11 points on this. I want them to be over 500 with the wins. I want 3-2-2, 11 points, and I want them in the top 3. That's what I'm looking for, and I want their goal differential now above water. Right now they're -1. I want them +1, and I want everything kind of going in that direction now. That's where I'm going. We are way freaking late.
All good, man. We make it happen.
It's all good. We'll take a break. Still got the confessional coming up at 9:40, so get ready for that. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with simple radio. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online. To the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful. To those who don't stop and those making all the stops. To the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Dunkin' to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
InterMiami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all InterMiami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the InterMiami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Hey, it's Toast. Last year when I had PGT custom windows and doors installed in my house by B&T Windows and Doors, I knew about the hurricane protection. What I didn't know? The silence. Oh my goodness, my house is so quiet now. One of those cars goes tearing down the street with the crazy loud muffler. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. It's unbelievable. I didn't realize how noisy my house was beforehand. You've got to get PGT custom windows and doors installed in your pad today. Call B&T Windows and Doors, 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
InterMiami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnSideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
Sunday was an amazing day for the InterMiami CF organization. As we know, InterMiami CF took on FC Cincinnati on the road and defeated them 3-2 in their home opener. But also, the Heranitos, as they like to call them, Fort Lauderdale CF, took on FC Tucson at Drive Pink Stadium and had a significant victory that ended 5-1, where George Acosta stole the show. Both George Acosta and Gonzalo Higuain were named Player of the Week in their respective leagues, both in MLS and USL League One, and hopefully going forward, both these boys can keep on shining and get results for both of our teams.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
.926. Second segment. Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com. So the NBA playoffs got underway last night. You had the play-in games, the first play-in game. Oh, you cut off my mic. Tonight you have the game of all play-in games because you got the Warriors and the Lakers. Yeah, you'll be needing to take a nap, people, because that one ain't starting until 10 o'clock. So, but that is going to be like, how do you not? That is must-see TV. That is going to be so much. That game tonight could be more fun than the Panthers-Lightning game 1. I'm just saying, from an action standpoint, back and forth, exciting sports. That Lakers-Warriors game tonight is going to be fire, absolute fire. All right, so last night we had a couple of games going on. And
Eastern Conference was
underway. Yeah, Eastern Conference, and it was, Celtics knock off the Wizards. Jason Tatum, 50 points.
What is going on
Just
there?
phenomenal game by him. Wizards, though, still alive. They will now have to battle the Charlotte Hornets, who got
the Pacers.
I'm sorry, the Pacers. Yes, the Pacers. My bad.
Yeah.
Charlotte Hornets got rolled.
They didn't show up. They don't even know what happened.
144-117. Like, everybody on the Pacers had 20 points. It was like Doug McDermott just dropping threes. It was ridiculous. That game, that they were down like 20, like 5 minutes in. It was ridiculous.
A very weird game. And you know what the problem was? Barkley picked the Hornets.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a kiss of death right there. Kiss of death. Yeah, so now you've got it's just insane. So tonight we got Spurs-Grizzlies, 7:30, and then Warriors-Lakers at 10 o'clock. Then we've got Pacers-Wizards on Thursday at 8 o'clock, and the winner there will be the last person in on the Eastern Conference Finals, and then we'll also have the finals of the West Little Play-In Tournament, which I personally believe the Lakers will be in. I believe the Lakers are going to have to play on that second game.
Yeah, you had them 8.
I just think Steph's going to blow up tonight, and that's the one thing about the play-in. And I think Ethan put out a tweet last night that was spot on. That is why you needed the Heat to avoid that, because in a one-game situation, a guy like Doug McDermott can just lay it on you and beat you. And if Doug can do it, Steph can do it. Right? So, I mean, just one game, a guy like Tatum can drop 50 on you. So that's why those are so friggin' dangerous. I understand that the Lakers are the better roster than the Warriors, but the Warriors are playing great right now. The Lakers are not 100% healthy. And in a one game like that, and the way look, you've seen the highlights for the last 2 weeks of what Steph Curry has been doing. Are you going to bet against him tonight? I'm not betting against him tonight.
The only way I bet against him is they put LeBron and AD on Steph.
Right? I mean, I'm sorry, but from what I've seen that kid do the last 2 to 3 weeks, there ain't no way I am betting against them. I firmly believe that I still have the Lakers as my favorite to win it all. I really and to come out of the West.
Well, I think with the game tonight, you're going to see what kind of LeBron and
well,
AD
we will.
Are they nursing an injury or are they back healthy? Because if they're nursing, again, it's what we said: a healthy LeBron and a healthy AD. The Lakers are your favorites every time.
Yes. Listen, AD, I believe, is healthy. LeBron is not healthy. He will not be healthy. LeBron tweaked his ankle again 2 nights ago. So there's no way that his ankle is 100% right now. It may be 90%, maybe 8%. I don't know. We'll find out. But there's no way that LeBron James right now is 100%. There's no way. If anyone needed this week off, it was LeBron. Why do you think he's so pissed about having the play-in tournament? Someone should be fired for this. Yeah, he needed this week off. He knew he needed this week off. Bro, we all love LeBron. Well, I don't know if you guys do. I love LeBron. I just think he's
okay.
I think he's just a fascinating athlete and everything. But he's also in his mid-30s now. And as good as he is, there's one guy that's undefeated all time, Father Time. It's going to happen eventually. And this is the first time now that we're, the last couple of years we've seen him miss significant games due to injuries. So I'm just saying, he's on 100%. So I'm going with Steph tonight. I then think LeBron and AD win the next one, and then they will take on the Utah Jazz, who they will beat. You'll have an 8 seed beat the number 1 seed, and ain't that going to be fun? All right, so what else we got going on? Oh, check this out. I got some news for you. Would you like to win the lottery, Sean?
Oh, I would love to.
I'd like to win the lottery as well. Your next winning lottery ticket might be right under your nose. According to a new study by Open Fortune, a surprising number of people use their fortune cookie to play the lottery and actually win. The media platform that distributes branded fortune cookies across the U.S. recently compiled research that revealed close to 150 lottery winners between 2004 and 2021 who were inspired to play after opening a fortune cookie. Total earnings accumulated by the winners, $406 million. From Powerball, Mega Millions, Daily Draw, Scratch-Off games. Of those winners, 93% had a winning ticket of $100,000 or more. The luckiest numbers generating the most winners, 4, 14, I'm going to write this down. All right, 4, 14, 15, 22, 26, and 28. Now, I would never pick those numbers because they're too close to each other.
Yeah,
but
the
that
only
might
one
be
I might
why.
go is 14.
Right, yeah, but that might be, like I might keep the 4 and the 28, but I'm not having all at 4. I'm not doing consecutive numbers ever. But maybe that's why I'm playing it wrong. Maybe I need to just pick 5 numbers that are within 20 numbers of each other.
I'm heading to Restaurant Depot and I'm buying the fortune cookie box.
The box of fortune cookies. There you go.
I gotta sit at home and open
them. Winners were spread across 40 states. South Carolina, 15 players had the highest number of winning tickets from fortune cookie use. There you go, man. So just a thought. Get your General Tso's chicken. Get that those 3 or 4 fortune cookies and crack. They all have numbers now. Crack those bad boys open, and there you go. It could be your way to win at least $100,000, maybe much, much more. A bizarre. This is the story I wanted for you. We have talked about this a couple times, Sean. I have mentioned Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop on this show a few times. Well, now she's getting sued because of an exploding vagina candle. Man who says he bought a "This Smells Like My Vagina" candle from the Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop company claims it could have killed him when it exploded. He's now filed a class action lawsuit about it. The guy is a Texas resident named Colby Watson, and he said he purchased the 10.5-ounce vagina candle online in January. Doesn't say if this guy's married. Why would you buy that if you're not married? You are a weird dude, bro. Why would you buy "This Smells Like My Vagina" if you're not in a relationship with someone? Watson claims he lit the candle for the first time in February and placed it on his nightstand. Oh my God, a level surface. He insists there was nothing close to touching the candle and no open windows or drafts in his bedroom. Watson claims after burning for an estimated 3 hours or less, well, first of all, that's a long time to burn a candle. The candle became engulfed in high flames and exploded soon afterward. The room was filled with smoke. Watson alleges the candle also left a black ring burn on his nightstand. He says the jar is charred and black. Again, bro, why are you buying a candle that says "This smells like my vagina" if you don't have a vagina? He's looking for damages in excess of $5 million. Calls the vagina candles inherently dangerous. I have spent the last number of years making fun of Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop. I got her back on this one. I don't think a single guy should be buying the "This Smells Like My Vagina" candle. I have a problem with that. Maybe I'm old. Maybe that's is that a get off the lawn moment? Am I an old man right now?
Possibly.
Possibly.
But I agree, though, that...
Would you, Sean, buy a "This
No.
Smells Like My Vagina" candle for yourself?
No.
I'd buy one for my wife, maybe. I don't think I would, but I mean, if I'm going to buy one for anyone, it'd be for my
that
wife.
That could be a slippery
Yeah,
slope.
I'm not going to buy it for my mom, but I'm sure as hell not going to buy it for myself. Like, of all the candles out there, why am I going to buy a candle for myself that smells like a vagina I don't have? I don't know. It's odd. Very, very strange. All right, well, there you go. You can, if you want some money, very simple, go buy some Chinese food and get some fortune cookies. You can win it that way. Or go buy a This Smells Like My Vagina candle, have it explode, and then you can sue Goop. Either way, 7 figures, baby. 7 figures. We will take a break. The confessional. Another reason why I'm going to hell. Coming up next, this is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com.
You can join Toasted Sports by text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
If you missed NBA insider Ira Winderman and the Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report, you missed this.
And he said, if you're going to look at my stats, I probably don't measure up. You have to watch our games. You have to watch how I'm switching out to any offensive threat, taking on every single challenge during a game. That is not something that Rudy Gobert is doing with Utah. He's not jumping out on the opposing point guard. That's not even something that Ben Simmons is doing for the 76ers. He's not jumping out on every opposing center. So Bam is more of an eye test than any metrics that you can come up with to try to justify him as Defensive Player of the Year. I think he has a very good case. But I also believe that the standings matter, that your team's record matters, and the bottom line is this. Rudy Gobert has his Utah Jazz at the top of the West and the top of the NBA. Ben Simmons has his 76ers much better positioned in the Eastern Conference than Bam does. That matters also.
The Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report with NBA insider Ira Winderman, exclusively at OnSideRadio.com. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends. Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
Florida Panthers are down 2-0 in the series after a 3-1 loss last night. Lightning jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead in the first period and held on for the win. Their next game tomorrow night in Tampa Bay with a start time of 6:30. Remember that, 6:30 start time tomorrow night for Game 3. The Phillies, a 7-run 8th inning. They beat the Marlins 8-3. Tonight, 7:05. Trevor Rogers on the mound for the Fish. Spencer Turnbull, he threw the 5th no-hitter of the 2021 season, apparently the second against, was it the Twins? They threw him against? No, the Seattle Mariners, against Seattle Mariners. NBA play-in round underway. Eastern Conference Pacers routed the Hornets 144-117 in the 9-10 matchup. In the 7-8 matchup, Boston, 50 points. Jason Tatum, you bastard. They beat the Wizards 118-100. Washington will now play the Pacers for the 8th seed in the East. And in your Western Conference tonight, Spurs Grizzlies tip-off at 7:30. The Grizzlies a 4-point favorite. And at 10, Lakers Warriors. Lakers a 5-point favorite. You're listening to South Florida's only locally owned sports talk station. This is OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports. We've all sinned. This is where we get our absolution. Welcome to the confessional. Here's Monsignor Toast.
This is easily the most blasphemous segment you will hear on any podcast anywhere in the world. I'll just tell you that right now. It is the confessional. I am Monsignor Toast. So what happens here is we all sin, as the intro said, and for some reason, many of you have chosen to tell me your sins. Anonymously, of course, for me to go ahead and then read them on the radio and myself and Sean to laugh at them. So here we go. It is the confessional. Number 1, a female coworker told me last week that if we were both single, she would, quote, absolutely ruin me. And I've never been more turned on in my life. Well, if you can get across the sexual harassment that she just threw down on you, yeah, sure, listen. A woman saying that she's going to absolutely ruin you, yeah, I think most guys would be rather turned on by that, 100%. There's no sin there. unless you think about it because you're not single. Next up, at my brother's wedding, I had an asthma attack. They had to call an ambulance, and it ruined the mood for their first dance. I got a lot of sympathy, but in truth, it was my fault. From huffing helium balloons outside trying to get a squeaky voice.
Come on,
dude. Like, were you going to try to object with the squeaky voice? Was that the... I'm trying to think of where the comedy was in this. Or were you going to give the
toast, maybe?
Well, but the toast would have been... Well, yeah, that's after the ceremony, so that would have... Yeah, maybe the toast. You were going to try to do the toast in a squeaky voice. But, bro, the squeaky voice doesn't last long enough for that. You would have to have the balloon with you, man. I mean, come on. You didn't think this through, young man.
How old is this guy?
He did not tell me his age. Did not tell me his age. I don't know if he's a younger brother, an older brother.
It better be a younger
brother.
But
he played this very badly. He did not plan this out well. If you want to do a bit like that, that's fine, and that could be legendary, but you have to think it out a lot. Yeah. You can't be doing a huffing bit if you have asthma. Just a little thought there for you, buddy. Despite having no real qualifications, I have managed to find myself in a senior management role in the government. I don't really understand anything that's going on. In spite of this, I am well thought of as a, quote, safe pair of hands. I'm terrified that I'll be promoted further. All right. Listen, again, we had one similar to this last week. If your bosses aren't aware, if they can't tell that you don't know what the hell you're doing, good on you, man. That's on them. If the folks above you don't realize that the person under them is clueless, that's on them. Keep cashing the check.
Fake it till you can make it.
There you go, baby. Next up, when I buy something from Amazon, I click "This is a gift" and write myself a gift note. They're free, so I pretend it's a present. Most recently, I bought batteries and told myself, "You are utterly sensational." I love this person. You know what? That's just a way. That's a great way to just, do a common thing we do every day, and just throw yourself a little love. I got no problem with that. That is good. Everybody should send themselves an anonymous compliment every single day. Oh boy, I've slept with my mother-in-law. It was not the amazing experience porn websites make it out to be. Well, bro. Listen, as a guy, is any of the sex you've ever had like it was in the porn? Come on now. Come on. Was it? Most likely not. Unless you were having sex with a porn star or maybe a stripper. Then maybe it was. All right, next up. Classic situation with a neighbor knowing my name and me not having a clue of his. Dude, this happens to me all the time. Rather than being an adult about it, I've paid $3 for a copy of the land registry title just to get his name. Cheers, Martin. Listen, that is an ingenious way to go ahead and figure out. There's nothing worse, Sean, than someone that knows your name and you totally forgot theirs. It is horrifying. I'll go to my wife or I'll text my wife, hey, do me a favor, find out what their name is. Like, introduce yourself and find out what their name is.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names.
Oh, dude.
I really am.
In radio, bro, I've had people come up to me, and I've met them before, but I meet so many people and I forget their names, and I got so many potholes in my brain that I will literally have my wife, listen, when you get here, introduce yourself to this person so I can figure out what the hell to call them. I've only been talking to them, honey, for 20 minutes, and I have no idea what this dude's name is, but he knows everything about me.
Yeah, I have to see somebody continuously, for a few days, and then I might remember.
Maybe. Right, maybe. All right. Ooh, we just talked about the lottery. Here's a lottery one.
Here we go.
Soon after we got married, I made the wife change her regular lottery numbers as I thought they were too close to mine. A few weeks later, oh boy, her numbers came up.
Oh, divorce.
I lay awake at night thinking about it. I never told her. She thinks I'm troubled by some deep childhood trauma. Dude, can you imagine how awful you would oh my God, you missed out on 7 figures because you told her to change her numbers?
But wait a minute, how does usually a woman will remember that?
Maybe she's not the hardcore lottery player. Maybe he was. Maybe he's the guy that always, like in our household, my wife does all the lottery checking. I have no idea. I don't buy tickets generally. She does. Yeah, it's all on her.
Yeah, because women usually don't forget something that they're
But then I'm also amazed. I'll go to Publix sometimes, and there'll be the separate lottery line. And dude, there's people that have books, like lottery books. Like they're like protective
they're journals. They got
they're like
journals where
protective
they know
cases.
the numbers, yeah.
They're protective cases for all their numbers in there. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro.
there was a guy at Circle K today when I was getting my drink, and he opened up a billfold, like a blinder, and just started pulling stuff out, and I was like, this is going to be a while.
So question, do you get those for free if you play a lot, or do you have to buy those things somewhere? Because I've never seen them for sale at the Publix, at the lottery line.
Yeah,
they don't have like a little display with little lottery books. I don't know. I've always been, anytime I'm behind a guy that has a lottery book, I'm leaving the line. I'm going somewhere else. Because I know that guy's about to buy 20 tickets, he's about to get 15 checked. It's going to be a process. Next one. I do this. I started doing this a year ago, Sean. Because of COVID, I now hold my breath when I walk past people. I started doing this in Publix last March.
Really?
If you were walking down the aisle,
just taking a big air intake and just
dude.
By with
If
the
you were
big
walking
cheeks?
down the aisle towards me, I would just go, and I would hold my breath. I'd walk by your ass. Like, no, not I'm not breathing in your stuff. Not breathing in your stuff.
If I saw somebody do that to me, I would stop right by them.
You're such an ass. You're
and
such
then,
a dick.
Look for whatever it
You're
is.
Such a dick.
Like, why is this guy looking at tampons?
All right, 2 left. Whenever I go to use a urinal whilst wearing shorts, my legs give me a reminder of how much urine must be embedded in my trousers most of the time. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think we've all had a little leakage, right? We've all had a little leakage down the leg.
It's happened.
100%. We've had, and from what I understand,
It was in your top 10, wasn't it? One of the things.
Yeah.
11 reasons.
There you go. And as I understand it, it becomes more prevalent as you get older. Just a heads up, young man. Last one. I am circumcised for medical reasons and always joked with my buddy that I'm Jewish. He's a primary teacher and has now invited me to talk to his class on Judaism, and I can't back out. Listen,
this is going to be good.
You need to stream that, bro. We need to get a copy of that. I need to hear that lecture. I need to hear that lecture. Oh, that is great stuff. All right, that is the confessional. We do it every single Wednesday at 9:40. If you have some sins you'd like to get off your chest, go ahead, shoot them to me in my DMs on Twitter. That's where everyone sends their sins. Taking a break. Kai Chisholm coming up next with me. Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Toasted Sports returns. After this.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Toast, and I've been telling you guys all about my buddies over at B&T Windows and Doors. And some of you said, hey, listen, Toast, I'd love to get PGT custom windows and doors installed, but funds are a little tight right now. No problem, bro. Y Green. You can finance it with B&T Windows and Doors through Y Green, so you can still get your PGT custom windows and doors installed. And yeah, you're not going to have to put anything down. It's awesome. That's the way I got mine installed. Call B&T Windows and Doors today. They'll tell you all about Y Green and how to finance your windows. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
When you want local sports, 1260 WLESPN.
We're live and local.
Yes, what she said.
Well, it's what they wrote.
Look at it this way, honey.
Oh, no. Here we go.
At some point, this was all live, and wherever it came from, it was local there.
You get that look whenever you stretch the truth or when you need your laxative.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
InterMiami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all InterMiami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the InterMiami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. Take their famous Boot Tour Challenge, and there's now outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations or pickup at 954-785-7565. So get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach to Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
At OnSideRadio.com, we chirp all day and night. It's time to do some more chirping with David Dwork at our Chirping the Cats report.
The Panthers have their work cut out for them if they're going to claw their way back into their first-round playoff series against Tampa Bay. The Lightning outplayed the Panthers basically from start to finish in Game 2, coming away with an impressive 3-1 victory Tuesday night in Sunrise. The win gave Tampa a commanding 2-0 lead in the best-of-7 series, and now Florida will have to pick up at least one win on the road if they want to keep their postseason alive. The puck luck was on Tampa's side during Game 2, with a couple fortunate bounces helping the Bolts jump out to a 2-0 first period lead. Florida made a game of it on Mason Marchman's second period tally, but that's as close as the Cats would get. Yanni Gourde's empty net goal sealed the deal for Tampa, who now sits in the driver's seat as they head back to Amalie Arena for the next 2 contests. The Panthers will take an off day on Wednesday to regroup before heading north and trying to turn things around in Game 3, which takes place on Thursday at 6:30.
Keep up with the latest on the Florida Panthers by subscribing on most platforms by searching Onside Radio, your home for South Florida sports. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
Toast Sports. Every single day we do the roundtable here on the station. We ask a question, all of us answer it. We drop that as a lone podcast. Today's roundtable question. The Heat will begin the playoffs on Saturday versus the Bucks. The team obviously needs Butler and Bam to play at a very high level. The question is, who needs to be the third player to step up and complement this duo if they are to defeat the Bucks? I think it's pretty obvious it's between 2 players. It's which one you want to go ahead and pick. I will, I'll be a contrarian because I think most folks are going to say Tyler Hero. I'm going Duncan because he's the purest shooter. And if Duncan stays hot for this series, then yeah, I think if Duncan's dropping 20, 25 a game, yeah, I'm liking us in this series. And I'm liking us in this series on like 5 games. I'm sorry. I'm not buying the Bucks. They're not as good as they were last year. So I don't know why folks say, oh, they're gonna, like, sorry, I know they picked up Holiday, but they're not as good as they were last year for some reason. And Giannis can't do it by himself. And when he does, it's pretty easy to shut them down. So I say Duncan Robinson is going to be my the third guy that's going to step up and kind of be the 3-headed monster here. But I could see it be 2 others. I could see Tyler Hero being that guy. I could also possibly see Goran being that guy coming off the bench. So, but I'm very optimistic. Then again, I was incredibly optimistic about the Panther series. So, who the hell knows? Kai, how are you? I'm fantastic. We need his microphone on. Yeah. Hold on. Let's hit that button. There we go. Oh, hey!
I'm fantastic. Thomas Muller got back into the Euro 2020, even though it's 2021, whatever. But he's back in Germany. Joachim Löw finally is admitting that he's stupid. So
okay, good. So you're very happy.
Yes,
you're very, very happy. Good stuff.
Pretty strong squad. So I'm pretty excited. Plus, Marco Reus chose not to come in, which is great because he's injury prone, and whenever he plays for Germany, he sucks. So,
all right, I was happy that Leicester lost yesterday. So there you go. It would have been better if Chelsea had lost, but we'll take Leicester.
5th, though, right?
Well, right, but we have a game in hand, and
right.
we'll have goal differential over them. So we have Burnley today. So we'll play Burnley today. As long as we win our last 2 games and don't lose out on our goal differential, then we will be in the Champions League. So, listen.
Good luck.
Yeah, listen. I don't want it to be Europa because that's going to impact the offseason signings. It really, folks don't understand how much Champions League, if you're not in, eliminates a significant portion of players that will not even consider your team. And it's not like that anywhere here, where as long as you got enough money, you can still get someone to come. Not in European soccer, people. If you're not playing on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, they don't want to know you. They're not going. They're not going. And Thursdays ain't the same. All right, Kai, it's all your problem now, bro. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for listening to Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnsideRadio.com.